So the other night I made a video about mindset and how I drink wine often before I go to the gym. And I did not want to impart the idea that I do that all the time. Not because I'm worried that you'd think I'm an alcoholic or something, but because I think it's very important that you do not fall into what I'm going to call the pre-workout trap. So many people think they need a pre-workout. They gotta put their powder in their drink and drink it and whatever. I think that's the typical way, is put powder in your drink and drink it. But regardless of what your pre-workout is or what people's pre-workout is, it's a really bad habit. And I've made a video on this before a couple of years ago. But it's like using any other drug. You're going to keep needing more and more. And the problem is you're going to always need it. Well, mentally, you're going to always need it. And you probably will develop some physical slight dependence on it. But you're going to always need it to perform your best. You could certainly perform really good, perhaps even your best without it, but most people are going to get really psyched out that if they don't have their pre-workout, they're going to get to the gym, and then they don't have that stimulation it gives that's going to drive them to push harder. And you do not need to establish your mindset before going to the gym. Yeah, I do drink sometimes before I go to the gym, but it's like I drink most of the time and don't go to the gym. I don't mean like when I'm planning to go to the gym, I end up not going to the gym. What I mean is I just drink often in general, so it's not like it's my pre-workout. I would probably be drinking it even if I weren't going to the gym. Also, I've had some of the best workouts of my life when I feel wiped out, exhausted, haven't slept well, and I'm like, oh, I do not want to go to the gym. But I'm gonna go, I'm gonna get inside there, and I'm gonna do whatever I do, and it's better than nothing. And I go, and a lot of the time it's not the best workout. You just go through things, but a lot of the time it's a completely normal workout. And I've noticed actually that when I'm low on sleep and mentally, I wouldn't say exhausted, but worn out, that there is a higher likelihood that I will have a really intense workout. And I've noticed this for years and years. And I thought, maybe it's because it's diminishment of the conscious mind, which holds me back. I don't know what it is exactly, but there's actually a greater likelihood that I will have a very great, intense workout where I push myself as far as I can go. I mean, not as far as I can possibly go, but, as far as you're going to go in the gym and not hurt yourself. Those days where you go harder than usual. It's like you didn't realize you had it, and you're like, oh, that was a great workout. I did awesome today. I have those more often on the days that I really don't feel like going to the gym. I want to go home, lay down, close my eyes, and sleep. And actually, years ago, I learned a very important thing. I'd be driving home from school. Generally there'd be traffic due to the time I got out of class. It'd take like 45 minutes or so, and I'd be real tired, some amount of the time, like falling asleep in my car. And all I wanted to do was get home and lay down and sleep. And I thought, I'll go home, I'll sleep a bit, I'll eat a bit, not even sleep necessarily, but when you're really tired, you just want to go home and relax. So I used to think I gotta get home, I'm gonna relax, then I'll go to the gym. I'm too wiped out right now, I can't go to the gym, I've been sitting all day now, I've been sitting in my car now, and then I'm gonna get to, But what I learned is when I'd go home to relax or sleep or eat or whatever, it was nice being at home. And I didn't really want to go back out. Because I'm still tired, even though I went home and relaxed, but I'm still tired. But oftentimes I'd still get to the gym and have a normal workout. But I found that the times that I did not go home, that I'm like, I feel lousy, but I'm just going to go right to the gym anyways and then go home. I had really good workouts, more often than not. In fact, I've had really good workouts these separate times, where my diet wasn't on point that day, like I hadn't eaten in a long time, and I was pretty hungry, and I'm like, man, I should probably get some carbs in me, just some food in general, because I want to go to the gym and have a good workout. Like, I'm even going to do some squats. It'd be best if I had some food in me. Now, of course, you don't want to eat the food right before you go to the gym unless it's simple sugars, because then you're going to get a lot of blood flow to the stomach, taking it away from the rest of your body, and you're going to perform worse. So yeah, I do generally eat and try to have a lot of sugar in me before I go to the gym. But there were quite a few times, and I noticed this trend, that I would go without eating. I'd be hungry, like I want to eat, and I go to the gym, knowing that ideally I'd have more sugar in me. And once again, I'd have better than usual workouts. So who knows, maybe it's not separate. Maybe it's not that the conscious mind was diminished a bit and I pushed harder. I don't know what the explanation for the food could be, but maybe they're actually connected. I'm not saying they are, really. I'm not saying they are, but maybe when your body is in a little bit of a stressed state, perhaps that causes sympathetic drive and you're going to perform better. I don't know. Maybe there's some other explanation. All I know is that statistically for me, I'd perform better in the gym if I did not go home and relax first. I'd perform better in the gym if I just went right into the gym rather than, wait a bit, eat, wait a bit. So, ideally you do that, but there's something about when you're ready to go to the gym and you want to go to the gym, going. Of course, that's not the case when I was driving home and tired. I'm talking about a different thing now. Yeah. If you are at home and you're like, oh man, my chest feels amazing, like feel these contractions and it's like got really good blood flow and you can feel the sugar in there, go to the gym right then. Unless you know you're going to hurt yourself. Like I remember one time last year, my chest was feeling so good. And I always make sure I just go right to the gym if I'm feeling like really good contractions and fullness in my muscle, and I know that it's like the ideal time, however you want to visualize that, to hit the muscle. But this time, I can't remember exactly, but it was probably my shoulders. I don't know, maybe it was my chest tendon, but I remember there was something that I was like, it needs some healing. Or maybe I had just hit chest like the day before or 2 days before, but that would have caused the... Point is, there was something that I knew was like, probably not a good idea to go work out. And I really wanted to go work out so badly. I just had, my chest was feeling amazing. I really wanted to bench press. But luckily, some part of me suppressed myself. And I sat on the couch on my phone, I think, until the gym closed. Because it was nighttime. I don't remember what day of the week, what time it closed, but I remember I had like 30 minutes or something. And I just made sure I sat on my phone. Probably not even until it closed, but until there's only like 10 minutes left, because Still gotta walk there and put my shoes on, so it's like if I wait until 10 minutes before they close, I'm probably not gonna go to the gym for 5 minutes. I could actually, but probably not, especially because they think I'm crazy when I go 15 minutes before they close. Occasionally I do show up 10 minutes before they close, but I've never showed up 5 minutes before they close. So I just waited until it was too late to go to the gym. I was like, sucks. But then, a couple days later, because next day my chest didn't feel so activated and ready to work out, so I didn't. Then like another day or two went by and chest was feeling good again. And I went and I did really good. But I could feel that I was okay today. But things are not fully healed. If I had gone a few days ago when I was feeling amazing, I would have most likely at least torn it more. Because I'm often getting very small tears. I mean, you're always getting micro tears, but I mean small macro tears in my tendons and stuff. And I know that when I worked out, I knew that if I had gone a few days earlier, maybe I had just like the smallest macro tears, probably would have become like a decent, moderate-sized macro tear that's going to take months to heal. I mean, that's not too bad. You get a full tear your tendon off, it's going to take years. So months isn't too bad. You still want to give it a break, let it heal. Maybe it even takes 6 months. Technically it was during this calendar year, but this last school year, I took like 5 months off from bench press.